start over because, you know, I don't like to blunder my words, but I feel like when you feel like the Lord is speaking to you, you need to get on and speak or whatever. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm here right now to talk to you guys. My ear is ringing. My ear is ringing. Okay, listen. I'm sorry, y'all. I was feeling something. I was going live, but the Holy Spirit hit me. It was ringing, and I just started praying because I'm like, it was ringing loud, and I don't. I was just like, Lord, whatever it is, just whatever it is. But I just came live because I want to talk to somebody today, and I want to tell you, don't get tricked out of your spot. And when I say that, I mean if God has called you to a spot, a place, a thing, or whatever, don't allow the enemy to trick you out of your spot. And when I say the enemy, sometimes we think of the devil. But when I say the enemy, sometimes it could just be a jealous, envious person that doesn't want to see you do better than them. Somebody who has somebody somebody who knows that God is about to bless you big time. That God has put so much on you that He wants you to accomplish, and they know that God is about to allow you to accomplish it. And they want to trick you out of your spot. See, a lot of times when we get excited about a thing that God has called us to, or a talent that God has given us, we start talking and blabbing to everybody. But then we look around, and the same people that we're blabbering to, not always, not all the people, they want to trick us out of our spot because they want to tell us that we can't do it. And a lot of times we should learn to not talk about it. Sorry. We should learn to not talk about it with the people. We should keep quiet. And I'm not saying that you can't share your good news. Because there are some people that you can share your good news with. But there are some people that you just cannot tell your good news to because they'll try to trick you out of your spot. I say that because, and it sounds funny, but it's true. There are people that they want to see you stuck in the same position. It's like when you're claustrophobic and you're like feeling like I don't have, I can't move around. Like that's how the people that want to trick you out of your spot, they want you to feel like like that because they want you to be boxed in. But if you keep quiet and you just do what God has called you to do, and then you share, they can't box you in. Like if God has told you to get in the studio and make a Christian record, and you are excited about it, and God gave you the lyrics to the song, He has gave you the melody, He's even gave you somebody that could feature on the record with you. But then you start telling Jim, Joe, and John, and they said, "Girl, if I was you, I wouldn't make no Christian." But God already told you He's gonna bless that Christian record if you throw it out there and you make that Christian record. But they tell you, girl, if I was you, I'd go down there and make me a little rock song. But I wouldn't put God in it. Why you always gotta put God in everything? And then God reminds you like, you're about to let them trick you out of your spot. But you go on down there and make your little rock and roll record and you don't include me in it. And see how fast I let that thing go up the charts. Don't let people trick you out of your spot. Sometimes people will try to trick us out of our spot because they're scared that, you know, we're gonna hurt ourselves, as they say. But a lot of times I think it's because people don't want to see you get any further than where they are. A lot of times they'll tell you, well, girl, I don't know if I would start that business because, you got a lot of overhead. And you already know that God can promise you if you start this business that, He going to take care of the financial part. He just wants you to start it. But, girl, that little business you talking about starting, if I was you, I wouldn't start that little business. Don't let people trick you out of your spot. Maybe you wanted to go to school and learn how to do makeup. And God told you you are great at doing makeup. Like, girl, you got the talent. Like, it's in you, it's on you. You always show up and do people's makeup at all the family gatherings, at all the events, at all the fashion shows and the pageants. But then there's this one person that said, don't get your license. You don't need no license. Girl, you ain't doing nothing but doing a little family makeup. That ain't about me. Don't let people trick you out of your spot. Maybe God has called you to buy a house. He said, daughter, son, you lived in that apartment long enough. Now I want you to purchase a house. And God has promised you a house. He showed you your house. He's even told you that he's got the down payment worked out. And someone told you, if I was you, I wouldn't get that house, girl. You can just keep on living in that apartment for another 2 years. And God said, it's a time limit on it. God may have told you, if you get this house between in the next 6 months, you start working the plan up. And in the next 6 months, you go ahead, I'm going to get you approved. But then you got somebody in your ear, well, girl, if I was you, I wasn't going to get that house. Don't let them trick you out of your spot. Because you know what's going to happen is, you don't go get that house, you're going to be living in that apartment for the rest of your life. And when another opportunity comes, the door will never be open because you let them trick you out of your spot. Maybe God has promised you that you are about to win a case. And you've been fighting a long time. And every time you think about it, you're just like, Lord, I'm tired. I want to throw the towel in. It's just too much. And then you got somebody say, yeah, if I was you, I would throw it in, girl. You know, you've been fighting this case for a long time. Just throw it in. But God says, no. Don't let them trick you out of your spot. This is yours. You are almost there. The finish line is so close. So I want to tell you that if God is calling you to do a thing or to chase a dream, you do it because there are people that are waiting to trick you out of your spot. Maybe God has called you into ministry. And ministry looks different for everybody. It's not always in the pulpit. Not always preaching. Sometimes it's just teaching the word. Or it's just sometimes encouraging with a word from the Lord. And there's somebody who's always going to remind you that you're not qualified to be a minister. You're not qualified. Are you sure he called you? Oh, girl, please. If I was you, I wouldn't minister. I would just be a public speaker. Because, you know, if you do that, you ain't got to get in your word. You ain't got time to really get in your word like that, no one. Because, you know, you got football practice with little Scooter in them. And bring the kids to, you know, after school activities, girl. You don't have time to do that. But God said, if you work for me and get in ministry, I'll pay you more than you've been paid on your regular job. Because on top of me paying you financially, you're going to get blessings and favor with me. For just working with me. For just working with me. Sometimes we fall into the trap. We fall into the trap and allow people to trick us out of our spot. And then we feel guilty because we've allowed them to trick us out of our spot. And then we want to cry to God. Oh Lord, oh Father, I know I should have did what you could just told me. And I didn't listen and now I regret it. So before you get to that level, just go ahead and do what God has called you to. And don't let people trick you out of your spot. See, when God called me to YouTube, I was scared because I didn't know if I could handle YouTube. Me and the hubby had tried YouTube before, and it wasn't that we were failures at it. It was we weren't consistent. But then I remember after God called me this time, I'm like, I'm still not consistent. But I knew that I had to keep going because I don't want anyone to trick me out of my spot. I want everything God got for me in this season. All my stuff. So I'm encouraging you to not let anyone trick you out of your spot. I don't care if it's auntie, grandma, cousin, sister, brother, colleague, co-worker. Don't let anyone trick you out of your spot. seeing all the signs of woulda, coulda, shoulda. And that's the truth. There have been times where I let people kick me out of my spot. And I remember crying and, oh Lord, I should have done this. I should have listened to you. You told me what to do. You showed it to me. And I'm learning that now God, He won't give me everything. He will only show me so much, so I won't tell anybody. And I won't have a reason for everybody to pick me on my spot. So I'm telling you, if God has told you, He showed you, He said, this is what I need you to do, be quiet. You can have a trusted person in your life that you can talk to, but I will say this. Make sure it's somebody you know that's going to uplift, encourage, and inspire you to chase after everything God has for you. The minute they start talking negative, cut them loose. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. But I'm going to go on and I'm going to do what I need to do. I just really want to encourage you. I'm not letting you get you out of the spot. It's not going to be easy. I know we share and we feel like everybody got our business to have. Everybody got it. Sometimes the ones closest to us are the ones that really want to see us stay still, like in a box. You know, I don't like the claustrophobic, and it's like I can't move around. I feel like, but don't let that happen when you feel like you're stuck because somebody keeps you out of that spot. Do what God has called you to do in this season. Stop waiting on others to clap. That's another thing. And let's talk about that too. Like when we start doing these things after we finally got to the point where we can actually achieve it and we didn't let nobody kick us out of our spot, and then we get to the point where we see people are not clapping for us and we get upset. Well, I just did this big grand thing and they didn't clap for me and why ain't they supporting? It's okay. Sometimes our supporters aren't the ones that's closest to us. Sometimes our supporters are people that we don't even know their names. Sometimes our supporters are people that live in different cities, different states, different islands. Because there are supporters that live overseas that will clap for you too. So don't worry about those that don't clap. Between us allowing folks to kick us out our spot and also worrying about people that don't clap for us, we gotta stop doing that. Because at the end of the day, when God calls you to do the things that He calls you to do, you don't need a big crowd to say you got this. Keep going. All you need is one or two people that are close to you to tell you to keep pushing. And sometimes you don't need nobody but the Lord to just push you around and tell you what to do. And when I say that, I don't mean like, you know, I meant like to push you and say, you got this, daughter or son. You don't need a bunch of folks clapping and clapping loud. Because some people will clap in your face, but behind your back, they don't want to see you succeed anyway. So just remember that you don't need a big crowd. Just do what God calls you to do. And don't be afraid to take chances and don't let anyone see you spot. Don't let anyone see you spot. Because at the end of the day, most people are actually just right because they want to be where you are. They want your calling. They want your anointing. They want your blessings. They want your favor. They want everything that God got for you. Some of y'all aren't meant to be ministers, but God put you at a job where you are the light of the job. And some people tell you, man, if I was you, I wouldn't quit that job. I would quit that job because no need to be driving 2 or 3 hours. If they want you to quit that job because you're making a lot of money, your coworkers love you. I mean, you're at the point where you might be the boss one day. But they want you to, well, you should do something that's a little bit closer to home. You drive 30 minutes to work every day and then 30 minutes home. That's a whole hour every day. Or let's say you got to add a little bit more time on. 45 minutes there and 45 back. Well, please. And then you stop and get something to eat. Girl, that's a lot. You know, how much gas? Don't worry about it. If God told you to take that job and you said you want you to go to work there and you especially and anointed and made sure that you are being highly compensated for your time, keep going to that job. If that's what you do, keep going to that job. People will make you stop doing things because they are scared if you keep doing it, you might actually become a man. You might actually do good at that job and take up your cross and run for the Lord. Just because you're not ministering in a pulpit doesn't mean that you aren't in ministry or something. Sometimes a regular job requires us to take up our and run. Because you have to minister to these people. I don't know, this is crazy. It's like, I feel like sometimes you don't think about regular jobs in ministry. Like, there are people that have to go to work a 9 to 5 every day, and they have to be encouraging on their job to keep people motivated, to make them want to work. And when you got somebody that tells you that you shouldn't, don't go work, and then we'll go find something else and keep you out of your spot. So keep doing what God called you to do, no matter whether it's ministry, working a 9 to 5, starting a business, being an entrepreneur. Just do what God has called you to do because there are so many great things coming, and I don't want you to miss out any of them. Get busy and do what God has called you to do, and don't worry about who don't clap because we're going to be clapping for ourselves all 2025. And I'm clapping for you. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope y'all can get something from this video. I kind of got our own question at the end, but I feel like the Lord was just letting me know to remind y'all that, you know, you might not always have people clapping for you, and that's okay. But I need you to remember come from. Like, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. Because we are. We made it this far. We're gonna make it all the way through here. God bless you. 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 And I pray that God will keep you encouraged and motivated to continue to do what He has called you to do in this season. Take up your cross.